The truth is out there, Virgo, and you are hell-bent on finding it this month. May is likely to bring some form of epiphany or breakthrough, particularly around the 5th when we have a full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Scorpio. We do also have Mercury retrograde in the sign of Taurus, which is making you ask some larger-than-life questions, as well as potentially throwing some wrenches, maybe in your travel plans or with your education. However, all of this really does change and begin to stabilize about halfway through the month when Mercury goes direct and Jupiter enters into the sign of Taurus, adding a lot of bounty and expansion and opportunities for you. Ultimately, though, when I was really connecting with your energy, Virgo, I really had this message and sense that there is this opportunity or this door that you have been waiting to open for you. And it feels like it's been waiting for you. And that might be part of this revelation. That might be part of this epiphany. That might be part of the breakthrough that you are having this month. And you might even know this already. Like you might even have like a sense of what it is that I'm talking about, or what this I guess, path forward is for you. And it feels like a lot of you have been waiting for the right time. You've been waiting for something to change. And there's just this shift that is happening for you in the month of May where it's like, you won't know until you try to open the door if it's really for you or not. And maybe some of you have been afraid of that. Maybe some of you have been afraid that you want a relationship with someone that isn't right for you. Or maybe you want a career or a purpose that might not be aligned for you. And you're waiting for these signs from the universe. You're waiting for this message. You're waiting for something to change. Well, let this be your message, because it feels like you are just supposed to go for it. You have to take the initiative, Virgo. It's not about waiting for life to happen to you. It is about living your life to the fullest. And I'm a fellow Virgo. I understand that that can be kind of hard for us. We like to overthink things. We like to be prepared. We like to take things one step at a time. But I really do feel like there is this thing where there might be this opportunity that you won't have unless you ask or unless you go for it. So really implore about different opportunities. Really put your feelers out there. Really ask these questions and take the initiative. And that's really what I was getting in this sort of meditation. I'm curious to see what we have in the cards for you. If you're excited for this month's reading, then definitely be sure to hit like, subscribe, and the bell notification so you're always up to date with what's in the cards for you. For those of you who are brand new to this channel, my name is Michael, and I utilize tarot and tropical astrology to intuit monthly forecasts for your zodiac sign. For those of you who are ready for a deep dive, you can find links for personal readings and distance Reiki sessions in the description of this video, as well as links for all of my other social media accounts. Okay, Virgo, as I am shuffling, I will just give you the friendly reminder that these are general messages and not all of them will resonate with you. So it's important to use your own intuition and discernment to figure out what applies to your own life and what is meant to be left behind for someone else. What is the message for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the month of May? Show us clearly, please. Show us clearly, please. Okay. So I'm already getting a very interesting story. I only had like 3 cards fall out so far. And interestingly, they are all in reverse. I have the 7 of Swords as a past influence. And it feels like someone has potentially wronged you, and this might even be a legal situation with justice in reverse. But regardless of the context, it feels like something happened. Someone did something that was sneaky or that only you noticed, because with the 7 of Swords in reverse, while this is often a card of deception or trickery, it feels like you knew that this was happening, Virgo. You were well aware of this. And with justice in reverse, it's like there might even be other people who know about it, but for some reason, the right thing hasn't happened, or the correct response hasn't happened yet. And that is what I'm getting with justice here. I do also have the Emperor in reverse as well. And this could indicate someone who has some sort of status over you or some sort of power over you. And This could potentially be an employer. This could potentially be an older family member or a very influential person in general. It feels like someone abused their power. It impacted you, Virgo, and there still hasn't been a recourse. And for those of you who are in this situation, you're waiting for something to change, or you're waiting for something to happen, you might need to take action here. This might be the thing that you are required to step up towards, step up in, or maybe pursue other options. Find situations that will treat you fairly. Because I feel like there is someone who's very egotistical or egocentric. With the Emperor in reverse, this is actually Aries energy. But it's kind of the shadow side of Aries being in reverse. It's this selfish, me first energy. Whereas Justice is Libra energy. It's about exchange. It's about give and take. It's about compromise. I feel like someone wronged you, Virgo, and maybe part of this conversation or communication that's coming up, particularly around the eclipse on the 5th, it could be bringing some sort of answer or some form of clarity to you. It's the Tower. Honestly, like, I don't feel like it's the resolution you want in this situation. And if you are being treated unfairly or something is imbalanced, it's not about you trying to work with this other party, trying to find the middle ground here. And maybe someone manipulated you or deceived you, or maybe you're signed up to a contract, and something kind of blows up in your face with the Tower. And while this can be a heavy card, because it can indicate endings and destruction, it does indicate that something was built on a false foundation. Something wasn't actually aligned for you, Virgo. Something was off from the get. And there are plenty of opportunities elsewhere. With the Six of Pentacles and the Star, you are still finding healing. You are still finding hope. And whoever failed you, whatever system failed you, Virgo, it feels like there are other people coming in to assist you. Because the Star represents renewal. The Six of Pentacles often represents charity or gifts. And what's interesting about this, actually, is that we do have Jupiter entering into your 8th house of investments. This is happening on the 16th, and then we have a new moon in Taurus on the 19th. Both of these kind of transits, both of these movements, if you will, are bringing a lot of luck, are bringing new beginnings, and potentially helping you receive something. And perhaps this is not just a gift or money, perhaps this is a new opportunity. But I do feel like it's important that you ask for help, that you reach out. Because again, thinking about the energy I was tapping into at the very beginning, it's like you might need to initiate something here in order to receive something. What else do we have for Virgo? Any clarification for this energy? Any clarification? 5 of Pentacles and the 6 of Wands. Some of you are rebounding from a period of financial struggle or loss. Again, this is often a card that help is within reach when we see the 5 of Pentacles. Even though it can indicate some sort of loss or challenging time, there are offerings that are being made. There are people who can potentially help or assist you. And I know a lot of people have been really struggling in the past few years. And maybe that's just the thing that you're finally acknowledging. Because I feel like the revelation you're having this month, Virgo, the aha moment, it's like, it was so obvious, it was in your face, and yet you didn't feel it. You didn't fully realize it until just now. And that kind of feels like the 6 of Wands, these sort of fireworks, this thing that's just right in your face. And it's like, oh shit, I need help. I need to ask for help. I'm going to pull an animal card for you as well, thinking of this as sort of an energy for you to embody. What are the animal messages for Virgo? We have the turtle. This is interesting because it's like, I feel like you've been defensive or withdrawn, but in a way that has actually prevented you from fully experiencing life, from fully reaping in the abundance. I feel like this is a really great animal or energy to call on when you feel insecure or unstable. You know, because turtle has its shell, it always has its home. It has this protection wherever it goes. And even though things might feel vulnerable, they might feel scary, you're actually divinely protected, Virgo. And if you're seeing turtles this month, this is a sign from the universe that you are divinely protected. And it's okay to take your time, but don't stagnate. Don't get stuck. We also have the moth, a symbol of transformation, often accompanying a dark night of the soul or a sort of spiritual initiation brought on by a difficult situation or time. And it feels like with this transformation, you are finding a navigation point. You might have been led astray. Again, I do feel like someone has led you astray in some way, or a system or society has led you astray. And with the star in the future, it's like you're coming back in touch with your own divine guidance, with your own soul purpose. I'm getting a really specific message. This could either be for you or for a person near you, but I almost get this energy of like how when a person leaves their religion, it's like they leave this whole community, they lose their entire support system. But it feels like there is another support system in place. That's what I'm getting with the star and the 6 of Pentacles. For others of you, this actually could be like a long-term relationship, especially a marriage, with justice and the 7 of Swords in reverse. And it feels like a situation where it's like you felt like you had to stay out of some sort of manipulation or guilt, or even like financial abuse or coercion. You felt like you might not have had options. And this could really go for any number of situations too. These are general readings. So again, think of these almost more like stories or metaphors, if it's not literally what is going on in your life. I feel like it's important to leave something behind that might have once felt very contained or even like a home to you, Virgo. Because the thing you really want, the thing that your soul is yearning for, is just beyond your comfort zone. And again, kind of goes in tandem with this energy of reaching out, of taking initiative for your opportunities. I do feel like financially things are also stabilizing for you as well, stabilizing for you. It feels like there might have been some sort of unexpected expense, which actually happens a lot with Mercury retrograde in Taurus. There are things that often need to get replaced. Something that really rattled your security. But it's like the whole universe is like shaking, trying to get you out of the place you're currently keeping yourself in. You don't need to stay in the room you're in, is another message I just got. And a lot of you think that the door is locked, but it's actually locked from the inside. You're the one who locked yourself in, and you can unlock that door. You don't have to put these restrictions or limits on yourself, Virgo. And I just felt a sort of energetic release. I feel like I said everything I need to say this month. I hope that this was helpful. Be sure to hit like, subscribe, and the bell notification so you can always stay up to date with these monthly forecasts. It does help this channel grow. I do really appreciate it. And if you made it this far and feel so called, you can also make a donation using the link in the description box down below, where you can also find links for personal readings and distance Reiki sessions. I hope that you have a beautiful month. I hope that this transformation and shift is just opening your heart to a whole new world of possibilities, Virgo. I will see you in the next video. Take care and have a blessed May.